Hey guys, Chris from Tillman Family Farms. We were going to be right back on this Eggmobile build today. I worked on it a little bit yesterday afternoon. Got some stuff over here, and I got a door a screen door that came off one of the houses here that we're gonna have to cut down and things like that. But let me walk you around and show you where we got to yesterday. All right, so when we left off in the last video, I had the roof slats to put on for the tin, and this wall on this end had not been built. And of course, we still have to wrap it with tin and put some venting along the top, and then get a door put in here, which it's framed for the door. I did this building short, just tall enough for us to stand up in, which is not tall enough for this fancy refurbished door. So I am going to take the bottom portion of it and I'm going to cut it off. Dangerous, I know, but I'm hoping that I can cut it off just below that hinge right there and it be enough. I think that that's going to be enough. We'll see after a little while, but we've already gotten up this morning. We kind of spent our first little bit of money on it. If you are watching the other, I told you I was waiting on a tire. So our tire has come in. So we'll have 2 new tires. And also we went to Harbor Freight this morning and we picked up these jacks. So I got one for this side and one for that side. I'm not putting any jacks in the back of this because since I started this build, I've been climbing in and out of it from the back, and I'm a pretty hefty fella and it has not even attempted to move. So I'm not gonna put any on the back. But these are a front handle jack. So I'll cut out this tin along the bottom. This is gonna bolt in there and the jack will be on the front right there. So it's not on the top like a lot of these are. So we'll get those put on after a while. But for right now, we are about to get started getting this bottom layer of tin on all the way around, and then I'll probably back up and cut my door. I think that Jamie is going to be working on putting the chicken wire on the top for the venting, and we'll see where we get in a little while. All right guys, let me show you the progress here. So number one, this is all used repurposed tin. My wife has intentions of painting this a cute barn red, so don't mind how crappy looking it looks. Anyhow, so before we went too far, we came up here and we put chicken wire across the top for venting purposes. So we're all the way around like that. I did get my new tire put on. Earlier I mentioned that my screen door was a little bit too long, so we did some trimming to the bottom of it, which I had to cut that much off of it. Cut that off, and I stole, there was a piece on the bottom here that my wife pointed out to me, and it went back on the bottom there. Couple of screws to hold everything back together, and we have a door. Pieces like that up the side, and let's see here, the other part was this. We got one of the jacks installed, so I had to notch right there, and I notched out the bottom, but the jack went on there nice. I have another one for that side, keep it kind of somewhat level, and then that bent up thing is going to come off. So there's an update. We're getting close. By the end of the day we should get a roof on. There's going to be trim up and down these sides right here to cover up all this crappiness, but other than that, we should get the outside of this thing completely done today. Roof and all. So I've got one more piece right there. We ran out of chicken wire. We thought we had enough and we did not. So we have got a baseball game to go see our son play in a little while, and we're gonna grab some more of that. And when we come back, we're going to get chicken wire up and get side on, and I'll probably get this jack on before we go. But that's where it's at right this minute. Getting close. All right, guys, we are just about finished. Don't have the nesting boxes in just yet, but the structure's finished, the roof's on. The roosts are inside. My chicken ramp is up. I have a sliding door for them. So here we go. I'll give you the tour real quick. All right, I got both the jacks on, which helps me level it out a lot. What I have found, I intend on putting a platform right here in the middle and putting a 55-gallon drum there with 2 bell waters on either side of it, so that we can, the further this thing gets away, we won't have a problem with water that far. We can bring another 55-gallon drum out and fill it up. But those jacks work out. But with the weight that we would be putting there, I feel like I'm going to have to put another jack on it out here just to kind of keep it sturdy. So that may be a future thing, but for right now, we just have these 2 on here. I had to notch it out there. You see on the right side of the screen, which I forgot to notch out the other side. I'll do that before I get to moving it. But that's the jacks in the front. Didn't put it in the back because this thing's so heavy in the front. When you step up in it, there's no moving. It's pretty solid. All right, so doors in there. Right now we're gonna be using a step stool because I have not built a set of steps yet. But what we did on the inside, so these are our roosts. This is 10 foot long. There's 5 of them. Got room to add another one. We've learned over the years that chickens don't like to roost very low like that, but when you got a bunch of them, they might. So we'll see how that goes. But like I say, those are 10 foot apart. We've used pipe like this in the past for them to roost on and hadn't any problems with it, but we'll see how that goes. When we put the nesting boxes up, they're going to be on this wall. This wall is 12 foot long, and I think maybe they're 10-hole nesting boxes, and there's 2 of them. So we'll see how that goes. But anyhow, let me show you my little chicken door and ramp. There you go. They climb up the chicken ramp. They come in through that door right there. The door is a slide door. I have a couple of eyelets and a string and a nice little pulley right there. And then I just hooked the string on that screw right there, and it actually works fairly easy. Slides up and down. So I used plywood, but I used enough, I gave it enough of a gap here so that if this wood swells, it'll still have room to go up and down. So that's my door. It was a whole lot cooler in my head when I was thinking of that, but it's functional, so we're rolling with it. But the ramp will slide in and out from underneath the nesting boxes when we choose to close them up and move them around. I know I showed you the inside kind of, but let's walk inside and just see how roomy this thing really is. So there's the chicken door from the inside. Nice and wide. They shouldn't have any problems coming in and out of that hole, but come across the doorway. This is our roosts that we have set up in here. And if you look, so like my back is in the middle of the doorway. So nesting boxes along that wall there. Sorry for that. Everybody's gonna be throwing up trying to watch. But anyway, so you can walk straight in all the way to the back and still have room to kind of get around. But I'm happy with it. It's a whole lot bigger on the inside than I ever thought it would be using this small trailer that we used. You can see, so those are the top of the fenders right there for this trailer. So you can see how much we built it, you know, out past that. But like I say, we are happy as we can be, ready to put this thing into service, man. We've been wanting to get this project done, but looks like we're getting really close. Maybe get the nesting boxes put in here either this afternoon or tomorrow and take this thing out to pasture. All right, guys, there you have it. I'm gonna end this Eggmobile video series with this one. I'll be sure once it gets painted and we get it out in service that I'll come back to it and show everybody what it looks like when it's finished. But we're gonna close it up with this one, and we appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. Follow along. We're doing all kinds of stuff with chickens and pigs and all that stuff. I'm gonna do a video soon on pork. We got some pork back from the butcher last week, so I better do a video before we sell it all, because everybody's been knocking our door down. But anyhow, stay with us, check it out, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.